Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Idle Mind podcast with me, Aaron Smith. How are you all? Hope you're all well. This week, what have I done? I've not done much, but if you remember the last podcast, I spoke about a fight that I saw on Facebook, and it was a guy called Ginge from Shard End, and he was roughing up some guy, and all his mates joined in and stuff. If you haven't heard all of that, go back and listen to that, and then because I've got an update, that's what I've got. I've got an update on it because Ginge, Big Ginge from Shard End, we all know him, gave me a call, and this is him explaining himself. So here we go.
Right, it's Ginge from Shard End, yeah. Right, you see this man who's on the video, yeah. He was bullying my father-in-law, yeah, who's just recovering from a heart attack, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not only that, yeah.
Yeah.
See, about a week ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, not even that, in the pub, he tried to spark a 61-year-old bloke, yeah? I've had messages, phone calls saying, thanks, Jin, he's a bully, yeah? Your man's known as a bully.
Yeah.
You might look like a fucking dickhead on the video or whatnot. Take it how it is. Yeah, but you see that on the night before, yeah, your man was dripping with gold, thinking he was the man in the pub.
Dripping with gold.
So then I went and done a bit of research to see who this geezer is. Then I found up one of my brethrens, yeah, right, good guy. Ain't gonna mention no names, nothing like that. Very good pal, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what he says to me?
What?
He goes, Ginger.
Yeah.
He goes, see that man there, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He goes, listen.
Yeah.
He give me heroin. Ain't a joint, yeah, but no, I was 15 years of age upset.
Well, so there we go. I cut it off there because another phone starts ringing. I'm guessing he's got multiple phones, if you know what I mean. So that was Ginge from Shard End explaining his side of the story. So turns out old Ginge is the hero of the piece, man. It turns out this guy was a bit of a bully. I mean, I've only heard it from Ginge. The other guy hasn't given me a call, so I don't know. But there we go, we put it to bed. Unless this other guy now comes back and gives his side of the story, that'd be interesting. But there we go, we've got some answers to why that fight took place. What else have I done this week? I've saw some other shit on the internet that I'd like to talk about. But I'll talk about that in a bit. What I want to talk about is Tyson Fury. I know some people have been speaking about him now and again, like this last few weeks, because he's been in the media. He's joined up with the WWE to do a one-off show in Dubai. He's getting I think they said like £25 million or something like that to do it, a one-off show, and just do a couple of episodes of the weekly shows. And people are like, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? Well, I'll tell you why. As a wrestling fan, I know that there's been a lot of boxers that have graced the wrestling squared circle. Muhammad Ali, he was involved in WrestleMania 1. And then we had Mike Tyson. He had a thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels. And then we had Floyd Mayweather, who had a fight. I don't know if that was at WrestleMania, but he had a fight with the Big Show. Right? So he's joining a long list of, top boxers that have made a quick payday in the WWE. Because, they get to go to WWE, they know they're not going to get punched in the head, and they're going to walk away with as much money as they would from taking a boxing fight, right? So, and people are saying it might sort of put the Deontay Wilder fight back and stuff like that. Well, I think it's probably only going to do, like, a lot of things are happening now in Dubai, like the UFC. I think they built them their own arena when the UFC first went to sort of the Middle East and Dubai or wherever it is, Saudi Arabia. And like the WWE have got a big name over there, a massive following, So I think boxing is probably going to go there and clean up. And I think if Tyson Fury can go there with a bit of a name for himself already, having sort of been in the WWE and make a few new fans, then they're only going to make more money and they'll probably just do the fight over there. That's probably what's going to happen. So it might not happen like in the next couple of months or whatever, but it's going to happen and it'll probably be there and they'll both walk away with a shit ton of money. And fair play, So that's my sort of view on that. What else was there in the news? Oh yeah, I saw this couple. on a train in Glasgow, right? If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about, and you probably don't want to hear it again, but I'm going to talk about it. There was a couple on a train from Glasgow, right? After a night out, I imagine they both got a bit sort of frisky on the train, and one thing leads to another, and they start full blown shagging on sort of the seats and the table of this train. Now, bear in mind, I said this is a train from Glasgow, so I can only imagine that the STDs that they caught were from from the table and the chair. But I don't know if they're like boyfriend and girlfriend, or if they've just met that night and decided to share a moment of passion on a train. It was empty, the train. But sorry, yeah. It's kind of like the last train out of Glasgow. And yeah, they just start full blown shagging. And I imagine they are girlfriend and boyfriend because, again, if they've been on a night out, you know, dancing, stuff like that, things are a bit sweaty, aren't they? You know what I mean? So, and he goes down on her. So, you know, you eat anything when you're pissed, don't you? I suppose. But yeah, there's people filming it at the window of the of the platform. They're just oblivious, man. I mean, we've all been, you know, in the back of a cab with a lady or a gentleman, whatever your preference. I'm not here to judge. And after a night out, and you know, you sort of get the foreplay out of the way on the back seat of the bus or the back seat of the cab, right? So as soon as you walk in the house, you start banging. No fucking messing, because you know it's late. It's 2 a.m. Both had a skinful, and so you get the foreplay out of the way on the way home, right? You don't fully immerse yourself in the act, but these guys did, man, and they went for it big time. They were really enjoying themselves. And to be fair to this couple, they weren't like a slim couple, if you know what I mean. I'm not having a go, because I'm a sort of big fella myself. So I had a bit more respect for them, because usually you're a bit more reserved if you're carrying a bit of weight, right? You don't want to get that out in public very often. You know, there's things you do and you don't do when you're bigger. Fucking in public is definitely one of them that you don't. It's tricky at the best of times, right? If you're carrying some lumber, you know, there's a lot of movement when thrusting occurs. So, yeah, I don't know. But fair play to them. I hope they're a couple. I haven't heard any other things like, you know, they're both married to different people and they're just being caught fucking. I don't know, man. But so what's going to happen now is that I'm going to have a chat with my mate Tony James. And he's been on the telly and that, so I'm just going to talk to him about some stuff. And yeah, might be funny, might be shit. Who knows? Roll the dice, man.
So are we doing yours first or mine first? What do you want?
I had Greg's this morning.
Are we doing your podcast first or mine? It's mental.
I don't mind. I can get all the cunts out of the way and do mine first if you want.
Do yours then. Go for it. Go.
Okay, with me now, we've got Tony James.
All right, mate. Hello. Here we are.
The vast majority of you probably won't know who he is.
Unbelievable. That's mental.
He's been on telly and that a couple of times, isn't he?
I'm a very good reason to pay your TV licence, I'll have you know, Aaron.
Well, he was on the commercial ones. Have you been? You haven't been on BBC.
I did. I've done every channel now.
Have you?
Well, I haven't done like Sky 364. I don't even know what that channel is, but
you've done sort of Bang Babes on 993.
Yeah, call me. Yeah, sit there with my tits out.
And what a lovely set they are. What a lovely set they are.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I'm sat here now. Unfortunately, this isn't a video podcast because people would then see me lying down on my bed.
I mean, the whipped cream at the navel was a surprise.
I wanted to keep that a secret. You've let that out the bag.
But yeah, he has done stuff. He was on the Deal or No Deal.
Well, I mean, this is your show, but let's test what you know. I was on Deal or No Deal, yeah.
It's not about you now. Look,
No,
Tony.
no, well, it is. It is blatantly about me. I mean, you're interviewing me, so
you're my guest, and then I'm going to be your guest.
You're going to be on my show, Jumbo, which you can hear on Spotify.
Some Marvel DC crossover universe thing going on.
Yeah. So what would you like? Let's see what you know about what TV shows have been on. Deal or No Deal? How much did I win?
You won not a lot.
All right, whatever.
You won, what was it, a fiver or 5p or something?
5. Oh, don't say 5p. Fiver. A fiver.
A fiver. There we go. It's all right. I went to watch Deal or No, not the one that you were in, though, unfortunately. When it was popular. When it was really popular, I went to watch it. When you were on it, I barely watched it.
I think every TV show I've been on has been axed.
Yeah,
you're not a TV show that, well, apart from Come Dine With Me, which I won.
Which I was going to mention, and obviously he won that because if there's one thing Tony knows,
it's how to win a cooking TV show. I'm like a TV celebrity chef now.
Yeah, you might. I bet you. I'll probably follow that page on Facebook.
I don't. Got a page.
You probably set them up.
I do a lot. I do a lot of pages. I'm inviting people all the time. But I think it's a typical thing, though, mate. Is when, like, if you go down the market, right? I mean, I don't like to be around commoners, but when I do go down a market,
I don't think there's markets anymore.
Isn't there?
Are there
anymore?
When
some people get on a bus to go to the market and everything.
Went to the market to get loaf.
Yeah.
What did you do? No, yeah, I went to Morrison's, mate. That's the supermarket.
What's the expensive supermarket? I'll go there. I don't. I sound like a right arse. I don't at all. But in the market, the fruit and veg man, roll up bananas, only £1 for a pound, and all of that. And the meat man, they're not going to shout for the woman who's selling the clothes down the road. They've got to shout, and that's all I do on social media, advertising stuff, setting up pages for almost everything I do. It's all about me just shouting and letting people know what I'm doing.
I follow the page that Tony walked to the shops.
Yeah, there is
Tony went to market to speak to the greengrocer. That sounds like he had a stroke.
Some people annoy me.
He probably should get checked. Oh, get your roll-ups. Get your... Oh, someone called an ambulance.
Bad.
My arm's gone numb.
You've actually gone mad. That's because you're sat here watching me because I'm laying on the bed with whipped cream. That's why your arm's gone numb.
Oh, it's melting now. It's weird. It's
horrible. To be honest, it stinks.
Is that a penis? Would you call that a penis?
No, that's a strategically placed mushroom.
It looks good. I mean,
thank you very much.
No, it's almost. It looks breaded. Is it a breaded?
Anyway, shoot your face. What else? No, that's just a rush. What else have I been on?
You were on that thing with Davina McCall, not Big Brother.
Well done. 5 Minutes of Fortune. Yeah.
Oh, I actually watched that. You went on with your mate, and he was called Guy, and you were called Tony. It's Tony and Guy.
Can I just Tony and Guy, not the hair? Can you hear knocking?
No. Why is it me?
There's a man. There's a couple moving in next door, and there's a man that's come from Openreach, and he's putting up one of them wires on the poles.
Brilliant. Now he's going to start drilling into the house next door.
No, we've had drilling for the last few days, to be fair.
Nice.
It's quite noisy, but we got over it.
Okay. All right. You're on that. You didn't do well on that either.
I lost 10.5 grand.
Yeah.
I had one question. You're a dad, so you should know the answer, right? Name, and my brain froze. Name 5 top children celebrity authors.
Okay, well, you got to go for the obvious one, which is J.K. Rowling.
That's number 1. That's what I got stuck on. I kept thinking Harry Potter, but I couldn't think of her name.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl's the first one I mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, was it because what's doing really well now? Is it David Walliams?
David Walliams is the second person I mentioned. That's mental. That's 3. You've got 2 more to mention. There's only 5 grand of the 10.5.
Jeez, it is tricky now. Would Tolkien be one?
Don't know.
The guy with Lord of the Rings.
What? 3.
J.R. Tolkien. That's the Lord of the Rings guy, isn't it?
Imagine Davina McCall say anything. 2.
Yeah. I've got 2 left.
1.
Oh, no, I am struggling. What? I was just
0. You've
counting me down. I don't know. I thought
you've lost. You've lost as much as I lost. 10.5 grand. You've just lost. That's mental. You could have won 10.5 grand for your children. What a terrible father.
Oh, I mean, it's not a life-changing amount, is it? I mean, if you only got that much, you were on that show for like an hour.
Imagine actually saying that on
It's
TV.
called £1 million drop.
I was on for 2 days.
You got 1% of the grand total and lost it.
I was on for 2 days, I'll have you know.
2 days?
Yeah, on Channel 4, there I was. The 6th and 7th of April, do you know what I know?
Do you get paid for time on it? No.
Oh, imagine I did win 10.5 grand and then came off. I can't believe it. Oh, that's brilliant. And then he ended up, what's that scraping next door? And then he ended up going, oh, by the way, can I have my 50 quid for travel expenses? So, yeah. I'll tell you what, Davina used to do Big Brother, didn't she? And she used to say, whatever you do, you're on live TV, please do not swear. Right? That's her catchphrase. Please do not swear. That was her thing, wasn't it? Well, I remember, and we were the last show ever filmed at the BBC TV Centre before it all changed. Out the circular one.
Oh, the old, what was it called?
I always said, something. And I always said, I really want to do something. No, it was been knocked down. It was the last show that was ever filmed there.
What you should have done is scaled the building and got one of the BBC.
I think it fell off, to be honest. I think it was just a bit of dirt that just said B.
I mean, that place needed pulling down and then burning and then just left like Chernobyl for a while. The amount of fucking horrific things that happened in that building.
Yeah, they're scraping next door. They're scraping.
I don't think anyone can hear it. The more you mention it, the people are going to
be off. I'm not going to mention it. It's just putting me off.
What's that scraping? What's that scraping? What fucking scraping? What's he on about?
Sorry.
We just keep talking over it. Be fine.
We'll talk over it. Anytime it happens, I'll talk a bit louder.
Well, I was slagging off the BBC basically for employing horrific.
Anyway, so her catchphrase was "Please don't swear," and I remember the door in the dressing room at BBC. There was a knock on the door. Opened the door, and she went, "Hi!" and it was her. And my very first words were "fucking hell." First words.
Nice tits.
And then I went, "Oh, it's Davina McCall. What I've just blatantly sworn." She went, and ran in hugging me. She was lovely. She was amazing. Really nice woman. Anyway.
She's just smackhead.
No. I think she used to drink it. But she was amazing. She was lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure she seemed. She
was really nervous actually because she said, "Oh, it's a new format for me." So
I thought just meeting you. Just meeting you. You mean?
Probably. No. I was a boy.
Fucking hell, Robbie Williams has not done well.
He's a bit fat. What? Shit your face. That's what comes on Blobby Williams.
That's his other thing as well. Sorry, I haven't mentioned that either. Have I?
Yeah, people are going, "Who's Blobby Williams?"
He rips off Robbie Williams for money.
Say rip off.
Well, exactly.
Cash in. He's got solo and everything just like him.
Because he does a smile. Back. He does a smile and he's got tall hair.
And I sing. Have you ever seen the show? Oh, no, you haven't, have you?
Oh, I did. I've come to see you, actually. I did.
Have you? When?
About 4 or 5 years ago in Worcester at
Where
the Mars Bar. Something like that.
Oh, no.
Is there a Mars Bar? It's called...
Yeah, that was with the old live band. No. I've done theatres since then. You've not been to one. Solo show, hour and a half, me. I usually have a support act. You can support me.
Hour and a half, it's
brilliant. It's funny. It goes very quickly.
Yeah, or long, depending on...
Depends. What are you drinking?
Just my own piss.
It looks so red. You need to go see a doctor. It's red.
Just a bit of squash, mate.
Anyway, look. What else have I been on? I just blatantly burped on your podcast. Did you hear that?
That's fine. It's fine. I've fully shit my pants a few times.
That's awful. What, since you've been sat there?
Yeah.
This is going well.
I'm slightly rose in my seat. I'm higher than I was when I sat down. What else have you been
on? I'm going to shut up now.
Antique show?
No, I wasn't on that.
For your jokes?
I was on Lookalikes on Channel 4 comedy series on a couple of episodes. Episode 1 and 4.
Yeah, with Paddy and...
No, that was Keith and Paddy Picture Show.
Oh, that thing, yeah, that other thing that got cancelled after one series. I enjoyed that show.
What, Keith and Paddy Picture Show?
No, I didn't enjoy that much. But
Lookalikes. No, it did a couple of series.
Oh.
And it's on Netflix in America right now. So my face is on Netflix in America.
That's good. There we go. So you're a bona fide celeb.
No, celeb. It's like a celeb, but fat.
But you eat more. Yeah. That was a good show because it was like the Ricky Gervais guy had an agency or something. The guy that looked like Ricky Gervais.
Andy. No, he worked for Andy, who played David Beckham.
That was it. Yeah.
Who's got a real agency in real life.
Yeah, they're all those people on there. All do.
They're all real people. Yeah, like Tim. Tim's lovely. He's a lovely bloke. He does the Ricky Gervais lookalike stuff. He's a nice man. And
You
we
went
ended
to
up...
face off with him, if I remember.
Well, I did a Gervais, yeah. I didn't go on as Blobby to start with. And they found out I was Blobby and said, you come back and film more? I was like, yeah, of course I can. Wicked. Okay. So I went back and did the Blobby face with my big hair. And the thing being that Tim, who played David Brent, got annoyed with Andy, set up his own agency, and Blobby Williams went and worked for him.
Yeah.
And then I did the Brentisms as Blobby Williams. He went, no, but don't do that. That's not... What are you doing? I've told just Blobby Williams. I went, well, you get 2 for 1.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
But it was good fun. And we ended up doing the dance-off by a skip.
I remember that.
Mental.
Yeah, it was a good show. So if you can people still get like the Netflix America and stuff if you change your like you can change something in your DNS code or whatever, and
I don't know what it's called, but I think you can. But I think, or if you're in the UK, just go to Channel On Demand, Channel 4 On Demand.
Oh yeah, of course. There we go.
There. Just look it up. Lookalikes, and then I'm on episode 1 and 4.
Yeah, good. So skip
everything else
and just watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What else was I on? Sky One. Don't Stop Me Now.
What is that?
It was a TV show. Won 25 grand. That's mental.
You won 25 grand on that?
Yeah.
What did you do with that?
Well, I went on with Take Fat. Real big mistake. They phoned me. I said, "Can I come on with a band?" And then won it. I thought, shit, should have gone on solo. I might not have won, but
there was
25 grand with 5 of us. I mean, we still had 5 grand each, which is
lovely. Nice. It's nice to know, isn't it?
Yeah. That was with Amanda Byram and Chris Moyles. And then the following day, I was on the Fern Show with Chris Moyles, and I was going, "Oh, you're just mates with Chris Moyles." Now, yeah, I know him, but I'm not mates with him. Oh, the only reason you won that show is because you're mates with Chris Moyles. No, nothing to do with the fact that we were half decent. Unbelievable.
You had to wank him off on that, didn't you? That's why. It's not friends. It's little handy under the table.
Just unbelievable. And people saying that we're mates when I was just jacking him off. Unbelievable.
You weren't swallowing or anything, you know what I mean? You have to earn that. So,
well, this is a lovely show, isn't it? This is nothing like my show, Jumbo, on Apple Podcasts. What are you doing?
I'm rubbing my breasts.
Don't do that. So listen, I mean, I want to interview you, but it's your show, so I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know what's happening. How long am I on here for? This is going on for... How long have I been doing
minutes, it? Nearly 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. It's way too long.
Have you been talking... What were you talking about before this?
I literally just sat down to do it and you phoned.
But you don't know what's happening because you...
I literally went, "Hello, welcome to episode 4," and then pling, pling.
And then did you what did you? So what are you going to talk? So what would have people possibly heard about before?
Well, they're going to hear about it because I'm going to bang that.
It's all right.
Don't
cuss it out. Leave it in.
I'm going to record that bit in a bit and put it.
Yeah. So
at the end.
Yeah. So what are you going to talk
about?
Get
me and then bin you off if they need.
What are you going to talk about?
A couple of topics. I don't really know. I'm just going to talk about it now, then, aren't I? And then I won't
pick it up. No, that's all right. Just give a hint. And,
well,
you know, like I do on radio. I had 12 years on the radio, so imagine going. Still to come on the Idle Mind podcast.
But I'd have already done it, and now they're just here. Oh. Yeah.
So what are you going to talk about after we've done our?
20 years ago, yeah. Fucking doesn't listen. What?
Unbelievable. So what are you going to do after when this is finished? Are you going to say, are you going to do...
I might just put it out. It's fucking 20 minutes.
Oh, shall I just stop?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I didn't realise. So whatever you talked about before, I totally agree. Unless it's bad, then I totally don't agree.
Well, mate, I can shift because what I had... I've been trying to sort of... go to the gym and trying to lose weight. But I went to... And what I do as well, I try not to eat for about 18 hours. So I wait, I sleep, and then I won't eat until about midday.
Yeah.
That's called, yeah. But yesterday, I was like, I'm having a fucking Macca's. Right?
Oh, that's sweet. I was going
to
have Macca's.
So I got a bacon roll and a couple of extra hashes, because, fucking gangster.
Drugs or?
Hash browns.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, my drugs.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to hash browns.
I'm not allowed because I can't eat bread
Why?
or carb because I've been on a diet for 7-8 weeks. That's mental, isn't it? That's why I look so slim. I used to really fat.
I haven't seen you for a
Now I'm
while.
just
You must
fat.
have been mental before.
Well, before this, I was like
Like,
like Ghostbusters.
I thought this
'cause
was
it's
the starting
Halloween.
point.
It's because it's Halloween, Ghostbusters and the Marshmallow Man, just a big fat mess.
It is.
That
It is
was
a
me.
terrible time to start a diet, isn't it? Because my house is going to be full of sweets soon,
Is it?
and then it's going to be full of fucking Christmas food and
Yeah.
barbecues and burgers and stuff when you go watch fireworks and stuff. So it's all there. But so I was doing this thing where I wasn't eating for about 18 hours. But yesterday I was like, fuck it, it's my last my day off work, like day of work for the week. So I'm going to grab a Macca's. So I went and I just had a bacon roll, a couple of hash browns. But I got to work, I was like, I'm a little bit late, so I just fucking rammed it in my face, right? Yeah. And I didn't have a problem, and then I took my orange juice that I got as well, drank that, because I don't even, that's one swig for me, that orange juice. And then the orange juice sort of backed up to my throat.
Oh.
And I was like, oh! And then I just felt this rock in the middle of my solar plexus.
Really?
As I say in the wrestling. I was like, oh God! I get that sometimes, if I eat too quickly and then I wash it down,
you
sort of feel it drop in. But this time, it was like I was swallowing a fucking baseball. And I was like, oh God! And
it just stayed there.
And it went in, and it was like, oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. It really hurt. And so that was the start, and I felt like the whole of it felt like I've been shot or something.
Were you eating in front of your wife?
No, I'm on my own in the car, just scoffing like a tramp. But it just sort of it was just afterwards it just felt like I'd broken something.
I've done that before, and Gemma, my wife, has just sat looking at me, not out, just looked at me as if to say, "You complete pig."
Yeah, just stop.
I mean, she might as well say, "You big fat shit."
You shouldn't inhale through your nose while food through your nose while you...
No, you shouldn't. Anyway, should we? It's your podcast, but do you want to end it? I mean, I don't want to sign off.
If bored, then I guess it's time to fucking.
It's not been bored. It's just that you said it was 20 minutes already. I can't believe how long.
Well, it's 1919, 1920.
And you've got to talk a bit before this. You're probably going to have that little bit of rubbish music that you play at the start.
I don't even know how it goes. I thought it was the first thing that I came across on YouTube. The free. Yeah. So that's the amount of effort I put in.
I like it. Anyway, thanks for having me on this show. Do you want to be on mine next? Because you can catch Jumbo on iTunes. No, you can't.
Sure, you've got many questions.
And shit. I just think we're going to talk rubbish like this.
That'll be fine. I won't say as much.
Okay.
Fat.
Anyway, thanks for having me.
Thanks. Cheers, Tony. And if you want to go and follow Tony's podcast, don't. I mean, you can. It's called Jumbo, and it's on iTunes, and it's available on wherever you get your podcast from. So thanks, Tone.
Cheers, mate.
See you later, boys. Yeah. Bye.